I'd like to call the January 2nd, 2018 City Council meeting to order and ask that you rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All council members and council members-elect are present with the exception of Councilmember-elect McAuliffe, who is absent and excused. Councilmember McAuliffe was administered her oath of office on December 12th, 2017. And I will now ask that Judge Michelle Gelshin come forward to administer the oath of office for Councilmembers Agnew, Olsen, and Zornes. I will now conduct the election of the mayor using the following process. The election will be, for the mayor, will serve a 2-year term. Using this process, I will call for nominations. Each council member will be permitted to nominate one person, and nominations will not require a second. A nominee who wishes to decline may do so at this time. Once all nominations have been made, I will close the nominations. If there's only one nominee, the election will be by voice vote. If there's more than one nominee for mayor, the election will be conducted by a written ballot, which you have in front of you. Each ballot will contain the name of the council member who cast it, and once collected, I will publicly announce the results of the election by reading each ballot into the record. Ties will be conducted by coin toss. Following the election of the mayor, I will turn the meeting over to the mayor-elect, who will conduct the election for deputy mayor using the same process. The term of the deputy mayor will run concurrently with that of the mayor for a 2-year term. So right now, I'd like to call for nominations. Councilmember Dorr.
I'd like to nominate Councilmember Rayum. I think he's done a fabulous job in the last 2 years, leading us through some major transitions. His knowledge of municipal government has been invaluable, and he's driven to make the city of Bothell provide the highest standards of public service, and I think for that, he's very worthy.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, I'd like a voice vote to elect Councilmember Rayum as mayor for the next 2 years. Is there a motion? I guess we don't need a motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations, Mayor Rayum. I will now turn the meeting over to you, and you will conduct the election for the deputy mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Do I say my speech now, or should I? I'm going to save it. Okay, so thank you, fellow council members, for making me your mayor for another 2 years. So now I will conduct the election of the deputy mayor, who will serve a 2-year term as well. The election will be conducted using the following process. I will call for nominations. Each council member will be permitted to nominate one person, and nominations will not require a second. A nominee who wishes to decline may do so at that time. Once all nominations have been made, sounds a whole lot like the election of a mayor, I will close the nominations. If there is only one nominee, the election will be by voice vote. So, do we have any nominations? So I wanted to, okay. I wanted to nominate the deputy mayor. So probably people don't know this, but for the last 2 years, I've spent a ton of time with the deputy mayor. She has helped me immensely. I have a full-time job and 3 kids, and I couldn't have done anything as well as we couldn't have done what we've done as a group without the deputy mayor supporting me. She goes above and beyond the call of duty. We spend countless, I don't know how many hours on the phone per week trying to make sure we do the best thing for the community. So I'd like her to be with me as the deputy mayor going forward for the next 2 years. Is there any other?
For clarity, Mr. Mayor, are you referring to Councilmember Dewar?
Oh, that's right, Councilmember Dewar. Nice trick. Spent 2 years calling her deputy mayor. It's a little hard to break. Is there any other nominations? Seeing none, so we go to just a verbal vote then, correct there, clerk? So all those in favor of the Councilmember Dewar, thank you, being the deputy mayor for another 2 years, say aye. Aye. Is there any opposed? Seeing none, passes unanimously. Deputy mayor, welcome back aboard. So I just want to say a couple of quick things. I thought a lot about, I had a hunch that I might be the mayor for another 2 years. So there was a couple things I wanted to relay, and one of them was what the city manager brought to the city. And I think this council holds these values very dearly, and so I want to make sure the public heard them, because we have them up on posters and stuff as well. But the number one thing, or not number one, but these 5 different values, they're all of equal weight. But we believe in service to our community, so customer service as well as just being a civil servant, teamwork, safety, ethics, and innovation. So we live and die by those values, and the staff do as well. And we implore you to execute those values in everything you do as a staff member to the city and serving our community. And we'll do everything to back you up as your city council. The other thing I wanted to read, which I actually bought this for myself for Christmas. It was a little poster I put up on my wall. It's a quote. It's called "The Man in the Arena," and it was Theodore Roosevelt said it in 1910. And so it's a little dated because he just talks about men only, because that's what he did in 1910, I think. And so I would kind of take that with it's women as well. But here we go. So it's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcomings. But who does actually strive to do these deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who never know victory nor defeat. And I read this every day when I'm drinking my coffee and waking up, and I think about a lot about our council, and that's a lot what we do. You know, we are in the arena. We actively pursue doing good for our community, and you know, we're going to make mistakes, but we're going to take big chances, and we're going to take those opportunities. And I implore the staff as well to know that we want you to do the same. We want you to take chances, be innovative. We're going to make some mistakes along the way, but we're going to make a good city together if we follow both of those things. So enough of me yammering about. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to have cake. I brought a whole group just to eat half of that cake. So we're going to be at recess for, let's say we'll come back at 6:30. Or I'm sorry, yeah, 6:30. We're at break.